Hello, this is Bible Reading a Year for July 6th, and picking back up where we left off last time in 1 Chronicles chapter 2, verse 18, and we're going to chapter 4, verse 4. Now Caleb the son of Hezron had sons by Azubah his wife, and by Jeroth, and these were her sons, Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. When Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrath, who bore him Hur. Hur became the father of Uri, and Uri became the father of Bezalel. Afterward, Hezron went into the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. Segub became the father of Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. But Jeshur and Aram took the towns of Jair for themselves, with Kenath and its villages, even 60 cities. All these were the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. After the death of Hezron and Caleb, Ephrath, Abijah, Hezron's wife, bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. Now the sons of Jeremiel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, then Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jeremiel had another wife whose name was Adarah. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jeremiel, were Maz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. And the sons of Shammai were Nadab and Abishur. The name of Abishur's wife was Abihail, and she bore him Ahaban and Molid. The sons of Nadab were Seled and Appan, and Seled died without sons. The son of Appan was Ishah, and the son of Ishah was Shishan, and the son of Shishan was Hallel. The sons of Jada, the brother of Shemaiah, were Jether and Jonathan, and Jether died without sons. The sons of Jonathan were Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jeremiel. Now Shishan had no sons, only daughters, and Shishan had an Egyptian servant whose name was Jarhah. Shishan gave his daughter to Jarhah, his servant, in marriage, and she bore him Attai. Attai became the father of Nathan, and Nathan became the father of Zabad, and Zabad became the father of Ephlal, and Ephlal became the father of Obed, and Obed became the father of Jehu, and Jehu became the father of Azarah, and Azarah became the father of Helez, and Helez became the father of Elasa, and Elasa became the father of Sismai, and Sismai became the father of Shalom, and Shalom became the father of Jechamiah, and Jechamiah became the father of Elishama. Now the sons of Caleb, the brother of Jeremiel, were Mesha, his firstborn, who was the father of Ziph, and his son was Marshah, father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron were Korah and Tappuah, and Rechem and Shema. Shema became the father of Raham, the father of Jorkim, and Rechem became the father of Shimei. The son of Shimei was Maon, and Maon was the father of Bethzur. Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gezez, and Haran became the father of Gezez. The sons of Jediah were Regam, Jotham, Jeshan, Pilet, Ephah, and Shaph. Makah, Caleb's concubine, bore Shebur and Tirhana. She also bore Shaphat, the father of Madamah. Sheba, the father of Macbena, and the father of Gibeah, and the daughter of Caleb was Aksah. These were the sons of Caleb. The sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrath, were Shobel, the father of Kirath Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, and Hareph, the father of Bethgeder. Shobal, the father of Kirath Jearim, had sons. Harath, half of the Manahathites, and the families of Kirath Jearim, the Ithrites, and the Puthites, and the Shumathites, and the Misharites. From these came the Zorathites and the Eshtalites. The sons of Salma were Bethlehem and Netophathites. Atroth, Beth Joab, and half of the Manahathites, the Zorites. The families of the scribes who lived in Jabez were the Tirathites, the Shemathites, and the Succothites. Those are the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. Chapter 3. Now these were the sons of David who were born to him in Hebron. The firstborn was Amnon by Ahinoam the Jezreelitess. The second was Daniel by Abigail the Carmelitess. The third was Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Tamai, king of Geshur. The fourth was Adonijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth was Shephatith by Abital. The sixth was Ithream by his wife Eglah. 6 were born to him in Hebron, and there he reigned 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years. These were born to him in Jerusalem: Shimei, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. 4 by Bathshua, the daughter of Amal, and Ibhar, Elishama, Ephelet, Nogah, Nepheg, and Japha, Elishama, Elada, and Ephelet, 9. All these were the sons of David, besides the sons of the concubines, and Tamar was their sister. Now Solomon's son was Rehoboam. Abijah was his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, Manasseh, Amon, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah were Johanan, the firstborn, and the second was Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shallum. The sons of Jehoiakim were Jeconiah, his son, Zedekiah his son. The sons of Jeconiah the prisoner were Shealtiel his son, and Malchiram, Pedaiah, Shenazar, Jechemiah, Hashama, and Nebidah. The sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel and Shimei, and the sons of Zerubbabel were Meshullam, and Hananiah, and Shelemith was their sister, and Habishah, Ohel, Berecherah, Hashadah, Joshabib, Hesed, 5. The sons of Hananiah were Pelatiah, Jeshua, the sons of Rapha, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shekinah. The descendants of Shekinah were Shemaiah, and the sons of Shemaiah, Hattush, Egil, Barah, Nerah, Shaphat, 6. The sons of Nerah were Elinah, Hizkiah, and Azirikam, 3. The sons of Elinah were Hodavah, Elishab, Peliah, Akabub, Johanan, Delilah, and Anaiah, 7. Chapter 4. The sons of Judah were Perez, Hezron, Carmel, Hur, and Shobal. Reiah, the son of Shobal, became the father of Jahath, and Jahath became the father of Humai and Lahad. These were the families of the Zorathites. These were the sons of Edom, Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash, and the name of their sister was Hazel Ponah. Peniel was the father of Gedor, and Ezer the father of Hushah. These were the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrath, the father of Bethlehem. Phew, them names are fun. Acts 24. Acts 24 is Paul before Felix. New Testament reading. After 5 days, the high priest Ananias came down with some elders with an attorney named Tertullus, and they brought charges to the governor against Paul. After Paul had been summoned, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying to the governor, "Since we have through you attained much peace, and since by your providence reforms are being carried out for this nation, we acknowledge this in every way and everywhere, most excellent Felix, with all thankfulness. But that I may not weary you any further, I beg you to grant to us, by your kindness, a brief hearing. For we have found this man a real pest, and a fellow who stirs up dissension among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes. And he has tried to desecrate the temple, and then we arrested him. We wanted to judge him according to our own law, but Lysias the commander came along and with much violence took him out of our hands, ordering his accusers to come before you. By examining him yourself concerning all these matters, you will be able to ascertain the things of which we accuse him. The Jews also joined in the attack, asserting that these things were so. When the governor had nodded for him to speak, Paul responded, "Knowing that for many years you have been a judge to this nation, I cheerfully make my defense. Since you can take note of the fact that no more than 12 days ago I went up to Jerusalem to worship, neither in the temple nor in the synagogue nor in the city itself did they find me carrying on a discussion with anyone or causing a riot, nor can they prove to you the charges of which they now accuse me. But this I admit to you, that according to the way which they call a sect, I do serve the God of our fathers, believing everything that is in accordance with the law that is written in the prophets, having a hope in God, which these men cherish themselves, that there shall certainly be a resurrection of both the righteous and the wicked. In view of this, I also do my best to maintain always a blameless conscience before both before God and before men. Now after several years I can bring to alms to my nation and to present offerings, in which they found me occupied in the temple, having been purified without any crowd or uproar. But there were some Jews from Asia who ought to have been present before you and to make accusation, if they should have anything against me, or else let these men themselves tell what misdeed they found when I stood before the council, other than for this one statement, which I shouted out while standing among them, for the resurrection of the dead I am on trial before you today." But Felix, having a more exact knowledge about the way, put them off, saying, "When Lysias the commander comes down, I will decide your case." Then he gave orders to the centurion for him to be kept in custody, and yet have some freedom, and not to prevent any of his friends from ministering to him. But some days later Felix arrived with Drusilla, his wife, who was a Jewess, and sent for Paul and heard him speak about faith in Christ Jesus. But as he was discussing righteousness, self-control, and judgment to come, Felix became frightened and said, "Go away for the present, and when I find time I will summon you." At the same time, too, he was hoping that money would be given him by Paul. Therefore, he also used to send for him quite often and converse with him. But after 2 years had passed, Felix was succeeded by Porcius Festus, and wishing to do the Jews a favor, Felix left Paul imprisoned. Psalm 4. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have relieved me in my distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O sons of men, how long will my honor become a reproach? How long will you love what is worthless and aim at deception? But know that the Lord is set apart, the godly man for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Tremble and do not sin. Meditate in your heart upon your bed and be still. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and trust in the Lord. Many are saying, who will show us any good? Lift up the light of your countenance upon us, O Lord. You have put gladness in my heart, more than when their grain and their new wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me to dwell in safety. And then Proverbs 16 through 18 says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. The first to plead his case seems right until another comes and examines him. The cast lot puts an end to strife and decides between the mighty ones. Amen. Word of God for the people of God. This is Bible Reading Year for July 6th. And Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Have a blessed day.